We're getting off the ship today in Ocean Key Marine Reserve, MSC's private island. And we actually got off yesterday too, because we spent the night here. And that's the MSC Seashore right there. And this is Janet.
Hello.
They do coral preservation. Over there, they do coral preservation. And then this is information. And on the back side, it says rentals. And then there's these little vans that'll take you to other parts of the island in case you don't want to walk. We're going to walk. There's a good look at the ship. Water slide up on top. There's shops that way. We're going to come by them on the way back. So north is that way. And that's Lighthouse Beach. And you got to go around the rope. You can't just walk down to it. Most of the beaches have ropes across so you don't go into dangerous areas. And there are bean bags around for you to grab. Big fire pit. I don't think they want you to make a fire in it. Last night they did a light show. The lighthouse is covered with lights, colored lights. They do have rental umbrellas. And the sand is soft and powdery. And they have lifeguards. This beach seems to have 3 lifeguards. This beach is really thick, powdery sand. Janet said it's like walking in snow, and it is. See how deep the footprints are? Some of the beaches, it's hard sand, or hardish sand. There's a bathroom up there, and food, but they only are open like 11:30 to 2. Hamburgers, hot dogs, corn dogs, and of course a bar. Ocean Key, originally, it's a man-made island from dredging in the 60s. The company was dredging for sand, a certain kind of sand. And I think only one MSC ship at a time comes here, because that's all the dock will hold. There's the lighthouse. Over on this side, it's the open ocean. By the way, Lighthouse Beach is open to the open ocean. Several beaches are on a lagoon, a protected area. Hey, people seem to stack rocks here too. We're about 20 miles south of Bimini. There's somebody up there. He's part way. Little staircase going up into the lighthouse, and it costs. So I'll list the costs down below. But this is a bar that's not open yet. And of course there's the ship. And they don't want you out there. And it's half price today, $12. So I guess it's regularly $24. Let's continue on. Out on the rocks now, head towards the ocean. And this, I'm gonna guess, is coral. Although that would indicate there was an island here. But everything I read said it's man-made. And MSC signed a 100-year lease with the Bahamian government about 10 years ago. So 90 more years. There's the lighthouse and there's the ship. This is called the Ivory Bar. The bars all have names. And then we're going to come to Sunset Beach. That's this big stretch here. And somebody has made a display of conch shells to rival the display that's over near the walkway to the ship. And Janet's hassling the birds.
Hi.
Like I said, this is Sunset Beach. Of course, it's mostly coral, rocks. Up there, those yellow tarps, that's the buffet area. It's not the only place to get food, but it's a larger variety of food than those little blue trailers, which are hamburgers, hot dogs. Peace and quiet, to be alone. Sunset Beach is a good spot, although it's limited on chairs and coconuts. The beach though, I mean, it's sand, but it's full of rock. And then I think there's a little bit of a drop there. But you can still see the lighthouse and the ship. There's another bar that's not open there. The rocks are giving way to sand, and there's actually people in the water. You're shipwrecked. We may have found some of the parts. Janet may have. It's a beach, and here's like a sandy stretch. A little seaweed in there. Seagrass, whatever you want to call it. A rental house. That's where they rent you things. And another bar. I think we're coming to the end of Sunset Beach. Bar back there was a cactus bar. This is the pineapple bar. It's not open either. We're only here till like 11:15 today, 11:30. We were here all day yesterday. We, of course, laid down by the beach and went swimming. We didn't really find a good place to snorkel. Well, this officially marks the end of Sunset Beach, I think. And it's just a pile of coral and shells. That's going to be the end of the island over there. Let's go over there. You can see you can rent kayaks. I'm not sure they were allowed to come over here, but here they are. I mean, I guess why not, right? No swimming, no diving. Keep off the rocks. I don't think they saw the sign. Should I tell them? Now here's something. You see on that rock down there? The big lizard. And a couple more over there. Let's get a closer look. It's going to be hard to see maybe. But do you see all the iguanas down there? Green ones, striped ones. I mean, they're everywhere, right? All the way down. All the way up. I don't think they're marine iguanas though, but they do hang out by the seashore. So maybe they are. Boy, they're fat though. I mean, they must get plenty to eat. Iguanas are, well, you can still see them on the rocks there, right? There's more over here. But this is the very tip of the island. Now we're going to come to a place where it looks like they're going to have a wedding, right? Mr., Mrs. We are gathered here. Okay. So we're gonna have to go this way. And I've lost Janet. This is Paradise Beach. And they have cabanas here and a limited amount of chairs. Of course, the cabanas cost money, right? But look at the clarity of the water here. And no waves. Or 1 to 2 inches. So if you want to be alone, although it's not nice sand, although up there maybe. It looks like they have a lot of extra sand, but it's still gravelly on the beach. But the water's super clear. And they have one of these pontoons for playing. So this is the end of that beach. There's some seagulls. Over there is Bimini Beach. And as you can see, there's a channel between here and there. Okay, so that's like a little island. And that's the beginning of South Beach and of course the ship. Well, I'm guessing that blocks anything from getting in. And this is the lagoon area. And it looks like this is a rental shack. But of course, if you rented a kayak in here, you're only going to take it in here, in the lagoon. Because it's blocked on the other side too. This is like a channel, goes all the way through to the other side, making that an island. So this is South Beach. But it wraps all the way around to the bridge. In other words, the whole side of the lagoon, I guess the whole south side of the lagoon is South Beach. And like I said, over there, that was Bimini Beach, and it faces the ocean. And it's empty. Of course, the ship's going to leave in 2 hours, so I think a lot of people just didn't bother. They bothered, but they're just looking for handouts. So, see, South Beach is quite long. So this is the lagoon, and you see it's open over there, and over that bridge, it's open there. And this is all South Beach, including what we're standing on. All right, so we're going to see the rest of the island. But as you can see, this beach has the most lounge chairs, most umbrellas, most people. Of course, it's empty today. South Beach. You can see lots of people from here. Lighthouse Bar, Ocean Village. And this building says boho, but it's sort of the buffet. Maybe the B stands for buffet. I don't know what the oho is though. But we're gonna go up there, and they roll all those doors up. I don't know if they're going to today. And it's, you know, a huge and shady area, but it's the only one aside from the
I think
food trucks. I'll call them food trailers. There's a hand washing station. Here it is, but I'm thinking they're not using it today. More tables over there under the trees. So South Beach, North Beach, Bimini Beach were over there. And that's the way we came up on Sunset Beach. See the caution signs, no lifeguard. And this is the way back to the ship. See the lighthouse? Now there's people up there. That's the other kind of lizard on the island. We saw those in Cocoa Beach, Florida, too. Oh, he's closing them. So don't order here. But Beach Shack, see, they're blue trailers, food trucks, whatever. And that's what they have. The only thing that costs money is the lobster roll, $12.95. So business is picked up here on Lighthouse Beach because it's the closest beach to the ship. So they've got handy signs back to the ship, driving pathway, walking pathway. So what they're asking is that people don't go on that road right there, so they don't have to run you over, right? And then they come this way. And he's got some coconuts he collected. So there's a little village here with shops and stuff, I believe. And we're gonna go down through it. Trading Post, Ocean Key, 2019 souvenirs. And that one's the Bahamas shop. We don't want to go in here. Well, I would show you some prices, but I can't get near any. That says it's the MSC shop or the MSC Foundation. Oh. Be cool if the whole island looked like this, right? All these trees and plants. Bananas. Coconuts. But it doesn't. Doesn't yet, anyway. So the shops were there, the ship is there. And this is the Marine Conservation Center. And they don't really talk about it much on the ship. At least I haven't heard it. And the dive shop. I guess for scuba diving. Yeah, there's a store on board for coral. To protect the coral, to grow coral, not to buy coral. All right, so coral preservation?
Yes, welcome to the Marine Conservation Center. Right here on the wall, we have a bit of a history of how the island came about. Also, you know, the president of the board, Mr. Vago himself, along with some of our current Prime Minister and formerly Prime Minister.
So there's the ship, and she said they're growing coral in these tanks. But I don't see any. Ah, coral. Ooh, look at the purple and the blue. Don't suppose they want us to touch it?
I think she said this was artificial.
Oh.
But showing what it looks
So-
like on the... So, there is no coral here.
Grow in tanks.
fragments.
Yeah, aren't those? Well, I don't need any lectures. And maybe they're growing them in the biolab. All right, that was our days in Ocean Key Marine Reserve from MSC.
MSC Seashore.
Seashore.
And it's a beautiful place.
Not enough places to get a drink of water.
Not enough places to get food. Nothing for kids to do other than play in the water. There are no water slides, there are no playgrounds, nothing. And
Well, I'm Gareth.
I'm Janet, and we'll see you in the next port. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.